Hi everyone, so today I'm going to talk about Micron earnings and what a crazy spectacular earnings they had. They had 25% beat on the revenue, which is wild. And now them, Samsung and SK Hynix are making more money than the Mag 7. So going back to what I previously said in my last video, how I think that this might actually be a top, even though they had blowout earnings and it gapped up 10% on the day on, I think, Thursday. Friday was a shit show. People realize that this can't last forever. How can it last forever? It is a cyclical industry, and Apple is going to have to raise their prices on their phones, which could end up being demand destruction. Less phones being sold, less chips being bought. It's a lot of things that can happen. And another thing is happening. China is producing more memory chips as well. They're producing their own DRAM line. At some point, this could be a big issue for the big players. Who knows? At some point, like every other time in history with the memory industry, there'll be overbuild out, and then there will also be a lot more supply than the demand. Right now, we're in a supply crunch. Overbuild out will create too much supply, and we'll realize we don't need all this. A lot of CapEx will come from these companies. So that's my point of view on this. I exited my Micron position. I exited my Samsung SK Hynix. I would, if I were anyone else, I would play it as a volatility trade in the low time frame. Think about 10% on the day, up and down swings. These are kind of like what you got to be doing now. In my opinion, I could be wrong, could have another leg up, but 2026 feels like the overproduction year. Anyways, let me know what you guys think, and let's see what happens.